So hello everyone. It's Friday night here in California, and always very happy to see everyone on Friday night here. And then we're connecting from Maxi from Taiwan, right? And then Rahal is from India. Yes, but hooray! Hello. Thank you for coming. You made it. Yeah, I know you had a busy day yesterday, right?
There you
Uh
go.
huh. Uh huh.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
every day.
Every day. Yes. But it's so nice because we're all entrepreneur here today. Yes. Rahul actually has his own business too in India. I don't think he can really talk. I don't know. He's probably driving or something. Yeah. Okay. Hello, Shelby. Nice to see you too.
Hello.
Hello.
Nice to see you.
Congratulations. I heard you sold your
Um,
house.
yeah, thank you. It's been a while. Yeah.
Yeah, she's been working on that for a while, right? Yeah, nice.
hmm Thank
Uh-huh.
you.
Okay, so today, okay, hi everyone. I'm Wendy Chan from California, and I'm so excited to have this chance to connect with you all today. Thank you for taking the time to join me and everyone here today connecting from everywhere, right? So today we are going to talk about something that's related to everyone, building relationships that go beyond just making a sale, okay? Because maybe when we hear the word like sales, it can feel a little transactional or maybe cold, or it could sound challenging, right? But have you realized that how much of our daily life involves selling? It's actually with us all the time, okay? Oh, hi, Thomas. Nice to see you. Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay. So think about it. When was the last time you encountered a sale? Was it today? Yesterday? Okay. Actually, it is I think it's like as soon as we open our eyes, okay, we are surrounded by sales. And it's not always about money, okay? That's the tricky part because, for example, when we want to make a new friend or impress somebody we like, we are always, we're already selling ourselves, right? And then your like when you see your phone, computers, right? You see the ads every day, and TV commercials, of course, try to grab your attention. And if you own a shop or restaurant, you always have to think about how to attract the customers, even during a job interview. Okay, you're selling your skills and personality. Okay, for how about for a green card interview, right? You have to sell that you're a good person, a good citizen, right? So if you are what else is there? Oh yeah, office worker. Okay, people who works for the company. You are selling your time, right? So or your knowledge and productivity. And for like high end jobs, like what doctor and lawyers, for example, you need to showcase your expertise or professionalism to gain the clients. So if you have like no patients or clients, then there wouldn't be a clinic or a law firm, right? So sales are actually everywhere, okay? But because it's such a natural part of life, we don't always notice it. And then the good news, everyone has potential to be good at this. You just need practice, practice, and more practice to improve. Okay, so think about it because like, well, you're welcome to sharing your notes, okay? Well, unmute yourself because we have a small group today. So what sales have you encountered today or yesterday? Okay, just think about it. Did you have any, anybody try to sell you something today? Or
Yeah, YouTube ads
a
every
YouTube
day.
ads? Yes, they're always funny, right?
Yeah.
They're making me buying the subscription.
I was about to buy something right now, like right before the Zoom. I was on an I clicked on an ad and I was looking at something that I might buy actually
So
for
who
like
buys
seven
the
dollars.
$7?
Yeah,
Who
it's something,
buys it here?
yeah. Huh?
No, I mean, who actually buys YouTube, the subscription here to avoid the ads? Anybody? Yeah.
I don't. I actually like the
No?
ads because I like marketing. I
Okay.
like to watch. Well, I like to watch some ads. I mean, I don't watch all of them, but some ads I do like to watch. Just to
That's,
see how they do it.
yeah, I just think of it as a break time for myself, my eyes
Yeah.
or something.
Yeah.
It sounds like the TV tradition. Yeah, because I'm paying iCloud already. I'm like, too many subscriptions. That's why. Yeah. Anybody else have, yeah, any idea? Did you encounter? No? Okay. So for myself, I started out as a designer, and then back then I wasn't just, creating designs. I had to sell my designs to provide good customer service too, right? So later, when I become a representative for New Skin, I have been partnering with the company 4 years and have almost five now, I guess, and achieving high performance for 4 years straight every month. So I had zero background in selling, and I was so shy. I didn't really know how to talk before to a present. So honestly, I didn't know what I was doing at first too, and but I never worried too much about it. I think that's the thing. Okay, I just never worried to challenge new things and stuff. So, but what I do is that I take consistent action every single day. It's the action, and not necessarily 8 hours a day. Sometimes one, two, or five. It could be 8 hours in total together. I'm not sure, but I don't count on it. Just whenever I have free time, I'm always connecting with people, or I enjoy making friends. And I believe probably it's my friendly list that helps me to form the connections. But most importantly, I approach, my work with heart. I think that's what's important. You have to really love it. So this isn't like selling a piece of like clothes, in a store where the transaction just ends, and then you say bye to the customer. So it's about building relationships, and it's about trust, connection, and creating a sense of fulfillment. Okay, so for the people we're helping, and that's what makes my job meaningful here. So in my experience with the company, we help people improve their lives, whether it's through better health, greater confidence, or more financial freedom. So I'm really proud of what I'm doing right now. And also it's more just a job, okay, because it's a journey of personal growth and meaningful contribution. Yeah, because can you guys believe I bought like classes online just last week? Better speaking skill and what Spanish? Yeah, just this week. I don't know where I'm gonna have the time, but I'll try to make time for this. Okay, yes, and then for today's topic, let's talk about how to keep growing your sales or business. It all starts with trust, I think, because trust is the foundation of client loyalty, right? So after doing this for a few years, I realized something important. It's not just about how amazing the products are, or the science behind it. Of course, they are really good. They are premium quality. But at the end of the day, it's not about how much you explain the ingredients or effectiveness. It's about you, okay, about ourselves. People choose to work with you, or buy something from you because they like you. Okay, so it's you. So they listen to what you have to share. And I have many loyal clients who have stayed with me over the years, not just because of the products I said, but because of the connection or the friendship that we built, okay, and globally wise. So to create that connection, we need to learn to truly listen, to their concerns, and share the experiences and guide them step by step, right? It's focusing on what they need, not just what we want, right? Shelby, is that what you do when you sell house too? Yeah.
Yes, exactly.
Exactly. Yes.
Yes.
What they need, right? You cannot just say, I want to buy this house because I mean, you should buy this house because I like it, blah, 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 right?
Yeah, that's right.
Mhm.
Okay. So most importantly, be yourself. Okay. We are all unique, and that's our strength. So the right people will be drawn to you for who you are. And that's how you build long-term meaningful relationships, right? So, and how do we build trust? Okay. We have to be honest. We share solutions that are right for them, even if it means recommending something simpler. Okay, so number two is to follow through. If you say you're checking on them on their progress, you have to do it. Okay, because small actions actually matter. That's why. And third, you have to be present, because you have to listen with your full attention, and then people can tell when you care or not. That's why. Okay, and then yes, so next, what we also need to do is make every interaction meaningful. Okay, so for my business, I don't just sell skincare with supplements. We are helping people better lives, and improve health, whether it's the holistic impact through connection, okay, and to regain energy, supporting the dreams or financial freedom. That's why. Okay, so how do we make the connection or build the trust, right? Like we can ask thoughtful questions, questions that we really care about them. It really has to, come out from that we care. So instead of jumping into sales, like ask, oh, what's been your biggest challenging lately, right? We can ask things like that. Or what's the one thing you could improve about your health or lifestyle? That's why. And another thing that's good for connecting is that share your story. So I always share how I started with New Skin, and not just for the income, but because I saw the chance to build freedom and a better life for myself, and to expand my son's life and experiences. That's why. Yeah, and lastly, I think we need to provide some kind of value. Like I love to do that anyways. I mean, before I do this business, to help out people in any way I can. That's why I have like a lot of friends, and my friend tells me, oh yeah, one time my friend told me that she was my roommate in Tokyo and she wanted a boyfriend or something, and I helped to connect her. Yeah, and she's happily married with her husband right now. Yeah, and I introduced them. They dated like what, half year and got married. It really worried me a lot though. At first, I was like, "Are you okay? It's only half a year." Yeah, but they turned out to be okay. Yes. So whether it's a product recommendation, advice, or even just words of encouragement, so show that you care about their well-being above everything else. Okay. So yes, this yeah, Shelby, can we have you share first about? I know you know.
Yeah, sure. So I am what all the stuff you just said is all true. So I'm just gonna share using myself as an example. And so the sales is actually also including prospecting, personal branding, marketing, and storytelling. So, but today we're gonna focus on the the actually the middle phase, because we're gonna jump into the person you already in contact. And there's also a saying that your a stranger will become your client more than your own friends. So that's very true, and that is because a lot of people are afraid of selling, fear of selling, and if you can turn selling as a solving a problem, then it will be easier. So a lot of times maybe your friend or your family member don't have the problem you are trying to solve, and that's why your family or friends is hard to become your clients. But stranger, since strangers is when there's a problem arrives, they will be looking for the professional or looking for the store or the place to fulfill their or solve their problems or their needs. And so selling to me, there's four different meanings. Like I mentioned, it's identify their problems and solving their problem. It's selling. And second one is it's called challenging personalized. I heard this from Ty Lopez. And challenging personalized, for example, is let's say my client, the one that I just closed, they met me because they want to rent a house 4 years ago, and then the house they rent is a single family home, which is like 3 4 bedroom, and the rent is like $3,000 to $4,000. So I personal challenge them. I ask, so if you pay $3,000 $4,000 a month on a rent, why don't you buy it? If you buy it, then those money that you paid out, it's not going to the landlord. It's going to pay your mortgage, which years later will become your equity that you can cash out. So that's one of the way of challenging personalized. And as if we apply to, let's say, new skin, and like lipstick, for example, you can personalize to people and ask them that, oh, you have a lipstick, but every time you go to Jorge's restaurant and you eat, your lipstick is gone. So why don't you buy something better? Or why don't you maybe consider getting something more permanent? You won't have that problem. that you have to go to restroom and redo your lipstick every time you eat. So that's one another example. So the third one is demo. So as Wendy always said, she likes to go around and do a demolition. People's checking their health. So that's one kind. And, and as for real estate, demoing will be probably more like showing homes, different homes, and showing that they're like the home available in the market. That's part of the demolition. And the fourth one is, of course, the solutions. And New Skin has a lot of solution when it comes to beauty, skincare, and health. And it's all in one, right? And we also have incentive if we start, having the client become a business owner or partner with us, then their incentive is also kind of like what I just say about mortgage. If you buy home, you put monthly mortgage, it will cash you back. You'll cash out later. So this is the same thing. If somebody buy new skin product and then if they don't become a business partner or affiliate, they won't get the money back. But if they are, then they will cash back the spending as well. So that's the equivalent to the mortgage. Okay. Any questions so far? Wendy? No? Okay,
I
so,
agree with all that.
huh?
I agree
Thank
with
you.
all this.
Okay, so, selling, a lot of time people, like, as a salesperson, many salesperson are afraid, and they also fear of rejections. And oftentimes they maybe try to approach somebody. Let's say I approach Wendy to sell her something, and she say no today. But and then I ask her again 3 months later, she might say no again. But that doesn't mean she doesn't need to solve this particular problem or needs this particular product. Let's say 6 months out. So if you keep in touch with this person, then 1 year, 2 year, 3 year, 4 year, like I mentioned to earlier, this client who just bought a house, I met them 4 years ago, 5 years ago. They didn't buy until today. So that's like 4 or 5 years later. So there's a marketing research status that you have to do around at least 7 touches. That means you have to email them, making a phone call, or follow them on social media, and then you put yourself in front of them as much as you can. And once they get familiar with you as a brand or as a person, then they will be, building, like Wendy said, building that trust relationship. So, for example, this client, when I mentioned that, you're paying 3,000, 4,000 a month on renting, why don't you just buy a home? She remember I say that all these years. So that's why she decided to make the move and bought a house, and actually, so that's so she doesn't have to pay a higher rent, in this upcoming year, because it's gonna raise the rent. So remember that if somebody rejecting you is not because you're no good or they don't like you, so it's not personal. It's just they don't need your help at the moment, and that doesn't mean they do not need your help in the future. So just keep following up, keep showing up. You know. So okay.
So it's probably the timing, right? Timing.
Yes, timing. I mean, I remember you mentioned you have a client or somebody
Uh-huh.
that you know 2 years ago or 4 years ago, and and buy something recently,
I
right?
don't know.
You
Yeah,
don't
but
remember?
many I met like many years ago. That's why. Yeah.
Ah, okay.
Oh, yes, yes, yes. One lady. Yeah,
Yeah,
I remember.
one lady. Yeah. So see,
Yeah.
that's another good example. Mm,
Because
okay.
when they need it, they'll think of you. That's why.
Yeah, but like I mentioned, you have to keep showing up, keep in contact. Um, because like a lot of people, they maybe make a phone call or meet somebody and they say I don't need it, and then they get offended or they feel personal attack, so they don't want to follow up and they just lose it. So there's also a saying that if you don't follow up with your potential client, other people will do, and they will to get your business. So that's very brutal, but it's true. Yeah.
Mhm.
And another thing I want to point out is Wendy asked, Wendy mentioned that you can ask a lot of questions and then be the listener. And that will also build up a relationship and nurture them because they're going to feel that you're the one who can solve their problem. You know, like this time when I sell that home, we have a lot of issues and it's very tough. And, you know, the seller has a lot of requirements and stuff. So that's why it's a lot of headaches and stuff, but we have to ride along with it. And that's when the time that you build, really truly build a relationship from client to become a friend. So now this client, this family client has become my friend because we kind of been through that whole thing together. You know what I mean? It's building a very solid, strong foundation of going through this craziness. Put it that way. Yeah. So that's my share for today. Any questions? Yeah,
No,
Jorge have
no,
questions? Hmm?
no questions, but I agree with everything you said. Do you hear about under promise over deliver or FOMO
Yes.
or
Yes.
FOMO?
Yeah.
That applies a lot for what you said, and for when I sell shirts, that's what I apply to. I don't know, maybe in a real estate applies to. Sometimes, and the questions you were saying, asking a lot of questions. Sometimes when somebody wants something, I ask them a lot of questions. So when I'm gonna do a design about something, I under promise like something whatever they want, and then when I deliver the product, I over deliver more than what they were expecting. So they get so happy, so they always come back to buy more.
Yeah.
And I mean,
And
it's simple by words, and also FOMO. When you create FOMO, like fear of missing out, like when you say
yeah,
with the follow up with them, so later on you feel that you're missing something, but at the same time you keep in touch with them, and then they'll come back to you, right?
yeah,
Something like
that's right. And or
this.
they will give you a referral, send their
Yeah,
friends,
pretty,
family to
pretty
you.
much. Yeah,
And especially in real estate, I heard a lot of people, buyers or just client, they like this one I heard, oh, once our offer got accepted, I never cannot get in touch with the agent. That's a really, really bad business practice, you know. So
yeah.
yes. Any more questions?
Very nice.
No? Okay, now.
Thank you, Shelby, for
You're
your
welcome.
sharing.
Uh-huh.
Yes. Okay, next, can we have Manny share, please? Because Manny always has a very high team volume too. Yes. And then you were a baseball player before, right? And a pianist?
Wow.
Oh yeah, before new school. Yeah. No, I
Yeah.
played piano in Cuba, but that's when I was a kid, like from 4 to 10. And then when I
Mm.
moved to the US, I got into sports,
Well,
afterwards.
yeah.
Like
That's
around
really
12,
different from,
13. Yeah,
Mhm.
what
yeah.
we're
But
doing right now, right?
right, yeah. No, completely. Yeah, I've done like I guess three different, phases or careers. So like, yeah, music, sports, and then now business. But I think business has the most overall potential, because the other two were more dependent on talent and developing just one skill set towards one specific thing, and that one specific thing not necessarily focuses on amplifying other areas of your life, right? Like, how to, build better relationships, how to use your money in a better way. So I feel like entrepreneurship is really, it has a higher ceiling, right? Like there's, higher potential. Um, but anyways, yeah, I think from everything, that has been shared, the most important thing is kind of like what Shelby said. I think when it comes to sales, it's the follow-up. They say the fortune is in the follow-up, and pretty much most sales, about 80% of sales, are made between, the fifth and 12th touch. So if you don't follow up, you're going to only be selling, to 1 to 5% of the people that you talk to. But if of that could be, prospects that will be prospects at some point in the future. Like Shelby was saying, we just gotta find them at the right time, right? Like everybody can be a prospect, right? For example, with Nu Skin, everybody's aging, right? So everybody at some point is gonna feel the pain of 10, right? So Some feel it at 20, some feel it at 30, some, care about it at 40, some at 50, some 60. But at some point in your life, you're going to care about not aging any longer or preserve, trying to slow it down as much as possible, right? Trying to, get younger if it's possible. That's something that every human being has wanted since the first human being, right? Since, the times of the Egyptians and over history, everybody wants to technically live forever, right? If we could live forever, some of us would, some of us don't really care, some of us okay, but at least we want to live longer than just 80 years, 90 years. We would like to live possibly, I don't know, maybe 200-300 years, right? 500 years. We want to see what's what could develop in the future. Like, we don't have the goal to die. We know we're going to, right? It's basically part of life, but we want to die healthy, I guess, and die at a relatively, with energy, with some youth inside of you, not with pain, not in the hospital. So, and I think that's really what the business focuses on. And when we follow up and we can deliver that message consistently in different ways, at some point, they're going to decide to invest in themselves, either to prevent, like I do, I'm 33, I'm 100% healthy, but I invest in preventing, you know, getting sick, in preventing, aging faster than the average. Because in this country, with all the stress, the toxicity in the air, all the foods, it's kind of hard to keep your body 100%, clean and without any toxins. So that's one of the reasons, that I understood that with age-locked, science and technology, I can give my temple, my body, the best opportunity to live the best life possible and to do the things that I want, So that's really what, if we get to understand that we can control our, the way that we age, right, through epigenetics, then we understand why it's important to use this technology for your own good, right? You can share with others if you want to make money, right? There's a huge potential, honestly, $100 million potential. Not everyone's gonna get there. Maybe 2 or 3 people might get to that specific, commission over the next 5-10 years, with the India opening. But thousands of people are gonna make, $1 million,
Did you say
So,
with the India
um,
opening?
what was that?
With the India opening, right?
With the India opening, correct? Yeah,
How
yeah.
much potential was it?
$100 million plus. Yeah, because that's
Plus.
what happened with China. People have made already over 135 million dollars in China with the opening, of since it opened up, what, like 20 years ago. So it's in India, it's going to be even bigger with technology, with AI, with the population size. Now it's actually, India's just surpassed China as the most, the biggest population, over 1.4 billion, and they have a young population. The median age is 35 years old. So that makes it, a country that, if you just find 2 or 3 key people, like, you can just let them go. Like, they're going to, take initiative. And if you find strong leaders, in India, or people who are, of that origin, then you're going to have a good opportunity. You're going to position yourself, to make, income, not just for the rest of your life, for the rest of your next 2-3 generations.
Mm. Maybe I should switch my Spanish class to Indian language.
Right, yeah, probably, yeah. That'd be a good idea, right? At least for the next,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
Practice Hindu.
Right, yeah, practice some Hindu, yeah, see.
At
Yeah.
least I know their new year now. Yeah.
Just
I'll
start
try.
eating only in Indian restaurants.
Yeah, I'm eating the restaurants. The same restaurant. So yeah, very nice. Yeah. Jorge, do you have anything to say?
No, just
Uh,
I was still the whatever Shelby said was very interesting. You too, also. So very important.
Very
And
important.
what sometimes when I don't have products, I always working in marketing, doing some shares with marketing. Sometimes I give away things, so pass with my marketing and net. So yeah, when I'm not doing that, I'm trying to sell something. So yeah, you have to move it. You have to move that thing. So otherwise, no money coming in.
Hmm.
Very nice. But
So
Sales,
but
you,
sales, everything, and
yeah.
especially real estate, right? Sell real
yeah,
estate, like demand, the sales is very
yeah,
important.
because the last 2 year has been very slow for real estate because the rate hikes and then another like a lawsuit that we have. Yeah.
And a
So
lot of
everything
people live
changed.
in California too.
Huh?
And a
Yeah,
lot of
leaving
people live in
California. Yeah,
California,
leaving
yeah.
California. So right now, after the rate just came down 2 times, 25 points, 25 points, it got better now. Now it's more active. Yeah. Otherwise, 2 years, like Jorge said, I'm nothing. I have to do something else. New skin. So
I heard it's like many people trying to buy house. I heard rumors like many people trying to buy house. Everyone wants to buy a house, but I mean I don't know much about real estate. You're the expert, but I hear a lot of people like this thinking
okay,
about buying houses.
you
Yeah,
you
so I
can
think it's
send
gonna get. I think it's gonna get better. I don't know.
you can send those people to me if you want.
Well, all right, and the
Okay,
people that ask me, we'll send it. We'll send it to you, so you will be
yeah, I'll give
the
you
first
my
one
contact info.
making
Thank
the
you.
business. Maybe I'm gonna ask you for some money for it
Oh yeah, referral. Yes,
or
definitely.
a referral.
Yes, the referral
Sorry, I
fee.
gotta think about the business. The business has to be.
Smart guy.
And I can get more free meals from Shelby.
Ah, we go. The Jorge is working in the restaurant, right?
He
Yeah, I
works
work in a
very
restaurant.
nice restaurant. Oh my
Yeah,
God.
we can go there.
The meal
Really?
I
was
know, I
amazing.
know a lot. I know a lot of people, and I heard things always from different people. Like in restaurants, it's not always pretty much the same people. Sometimes always different people. Now in holidays, you get a lot of tourists from different
Mm,
places, so I hear a lot of things.
that's
So I
good.
mean, when
And
people talk about, but yeah,
And like when we met, I think the waitress got confused
uh,
because I was asking her like, is there any, Spanish? I thought she spoke Spanish. That's why I was asking her, do you speak Spanish? And she thought I wanted to learn Spanish. So she went to
uh,
find you. She's like, that guy can teach Spanish.
it's because they know a lot of languages, so that's
Yeah.
why she went straight to me.
Okay. But it was so funny. I was like, okay, then I want
I
to
I
learn
know that's
Spanish.
why I went to you. But yeah, but we met a lot of nice people. I met Wendy there, so I met a lot of nice people in the restaurant,
Uh-huh. Yeah,
and
but it's
so
good. And then you actually know my mom. That was interesting.
yeah,
She was like, I saw you before. They were
your
working at
mom did. Your mom didn't waste time. She was already talking about the business right straight away.
I'm like,
I was
what? Why
like,
you know
okay,
him? Where do
I
you
was
know
was there
him?
way to go. I was like, way to go. We just met, and she was already going for it. I was like, okay.
Yeah. I was like, well,
I
are you
mean,
Wait,
I
sure?
mean,
when this mom was
in
trying to
business, that's
recruit
what.
you?
Yeah, she was already talking
Really?
about that. I was like,
Your
what
mom
are
does
you
the
talking
business,
about?
Wendy?
Yeah,
No,
Your mom-
I
no,
mean,
she really knew him.
no straight to her, but she was talking out. She was, I feel like, I could like think, I can see like she was already thinking again with some
Right. She's
talking
like, how do
about
I
that.
get in here? How do I ask him? Like,
Yeah, God, I get it.
that's funny.
Yeah, it was so
But that, I
funny.
mean, that's business. That's what it's all about. It's like you just get an opportunity right now. I mean, yeah, you never know.
That was funny. Yes, thank you. And sorry, I think Maxi in Taiwan, she has question for Manny because I told her, she can ask anything for Q&A today. Yeah, Maxi, are you there?
Yes, I'm here.
Okay. Yeah, go ahead. You can ask Manny. Uh-huh.
Hi, Manny. This is Maxi. I want to ask if we talk with customers, and how can we recognize, and we can talk about the career first and share the business, or we can share the supplement. Even we know they should probably need the supplement to improve their health, but they don't think they need it. So how can we
Mm,
recognize like which part we can talk first?
okay,
Supplement
perfect.
with
That's a
business.
very good question. That's a very good question. I like that. And I like your background as well with all the tall buildings. I don't know where you're at, but that looks like a nice city.
Taiwan.
Um, Taiwan, yeah, okay.
Yes.
In what part of Taiwan?
Taipei, New Taipei City.
Taipei, okay, very nice. Okay, so yeah, so when it comes to talking about the supplements, like why you would need to consume it, it's like basically look at it as okay, it's the reason why they don't think they need it is because they're already healthy, like they're young, they're healthy, right? Like they don't feel any problems, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
Yes.
perfect. So now the whole point of the business, right, is to find out what they need. So if they don't want to first off start with investing in their health, it's because they don't have the education of why, or the information of why it's important to invest,
Mhm.
in your health. But
Mhm.
that's a process. Like, you cannot just force them to do that right away. What you can do is find a way to, maybe if they want to build a business, right? Like, if they're actually, or if they just want to be customers, is different. But if they do want to build a business, and they don't want right away to invest in supplements, maybe you could replace some of the things that they naturally have to use, like toothpaste, right? Shampoo, body wash, the polishing bar, creams. So things that they have to use, whether it's with Nu Skin or a different brand, just replace
Mhm.
those brands in their bathroom.
Mhm.
That is something that is mandatory to use. But since now for using the brand of Nu Skin, now they're gonna start getting paid, right? And they can just duplicate that part. If it's just a customer and it's just only straight customer, the only way to convince them 100% with a guarantee is with a scanner. You can be like, okay, so you think you're healthy? Let's get scanned, right? Let's see what your score
Okay.
is. And then
Mhm.
if they have a low score, then they're not
Mhm.
healthy. And then you can tell them, okay, would you like to guarantee, would you like to improve your score in the next 60 days? Guaranteed. This is how you can do it with the supplements, right? So I think you guys have the scanner there, right? Or not?
Yes, but
Okay.
here's another question afterwards,
Mm-hmm.
because sometimes they wait got the scanner score. The score
Uh-huh.
is not really high, and they know they need to like do something to improve
Right.
to get the scores higher, but they don't want to spend more money on
Okay.
supplement. Yeah,
Are you talking
to
about customer or affiliate?
customers.
Customers. Okay. So
Yes.
honestly, you just really have to ask them, hey, what is your budget? Like, if you're going to invest in your health, right? Like, seriously, like, really put something that you know is going to work, right? Guaranteed. What is your
Mm-hmm.
budget? Just ask them straight up. You can
Oh,
just be
okay.
transparent with them, because I want to work with your budget. I want to recommend the best for
Yes.
you for the money that you
Mm-hmm.
can afford. Is it $50? Is it 100? Is it 200? It just depends. If your score is very low, I will
Yeah.
start maybe with these two, for the
Mm-hmm.
next 2 months. Once it gets
Mm-hmm.
higher, then you can, maybe bring it down. So,
Mm-hmm.
but you need to work with their budget. So that's why, that's where prospecting will come in. Like Shelby said, that's part of the sales process, prospecting them to see where they're at, what can they afford. And then once you know that, you can kind of recommend based off of that.
Oh, okay. So it's all based on budget.
Right, because everybody's gonna have a different budget,
Mm-hmm.
but also it's also dependent on how much value you can add on the product. Because if they don't see the value, then their budget
Yes.
is going to be very low, right? Like,
Oh, okay.
so for example, they could be low, but maybe they don't feel like there's really any urgency. So maybe
Yes.
creating a sense of urgency, what does being low mean? Like, when they're low, what does that mean? So
Mm-hmm.
depending on, oh, it's okay, you just don't eat healthy. No, this means that you could, you're more likely to get sick than everybody else. For example, if there's like a next pandemic or COVID,
Mm-hmm.
anybody in the low scores like yourself, you're gonna be
Mm-hmm.
one of the first ones to get sick, to have a low immune system. So this means that you have low antioxidants, a lot of oxidation in your body. So right now you might not feel anything today, but this is going to keep adding up. So you could try this today. So you could try different ways, but what I suggest always, try to role play, like, whatever objections you get every single day, that you take it to customers and you don't know how to answer them right away, write them down on paper, and then try to rehearse them, with Wendy or with somebody that can, kind of help you out.
Mm-hmm.
So that way you can have a good answer for those rebuttals. Because the main objection, not just in Taiwan, but everywhere in the world, is going to be, it's too expensive, because Nu Skin products are not for, like, the lower class wouldn't be able to afford the Nu Skin products. They will have to focus on making money selling products, to
Yes.
afford it every single month. They could afford it maybe one time, but on a subscription consistently, it's not just for, like, the very low income. Is you need to have some kind of, money, or
Mm-hmm.
do the business, to get paid to consume the product. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Okay. I think that's very helpful. Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Yes.
Okay. Okay, so no more question, right, Max? I think we have one more. The capsule.
Yeah, that's another one, because some people will talk about the capsules. The ingredients in the capsule contains plastic sizers, and it's not good. But they think if they change the brands of supplement, it's better way. Like it's
So
more
you said that
healthy.
the capsules contain what? Plastics?
Plastic sizers, like
Plasticizers.
it's not good for health.
I don't know what the plasticizers is.
It's
It,
like
I'm not sure.
it's like a skin of the capsules.
It's made out of what, like a beeswax? Like which capsule
Um,
specifically? The HLO Youth or the Tea Green or something?
because I don't know how to say it in English. Look,
Okay.
when Wendy
Yeah.
can help me with it.
I think
What I would do,
话剧.
what I would say on anything that is an objection towards the ingredients, right? You know, like somebody said, oh well, I heard this is bad. You could just tell them, hey, look, I'm not a scientist, right? Like I'm not an expert on the products or the ingredients.
Yes.
All I know is that the philosophy, right, of this company is all of the good, none of the bad. And they
Yeah.
have 75 scientists, you know. I don't know, maybe you're a scientist, maybe you're a doctor. I don't know what your background is on, you know, if you just read it online, but they do clinical studies on human beings to show the results that the products, you know, can have are positive, right? That there's no toxicity or any, you know, thing bad in the products, including the packaging and the capsules. So I haven't had an issue. None of my customers have had an issue. So if the science shows that it makes you healthier, you know, based on their clinical trials, you know, I have to go with that. I cannot just go with what I heard online. I have to go with what the clinical trials show scientifically, because that's what, you know, what that's what's going to show the proof of you consuming the product. So not what you heard online that this product is bad, because if they don't have any scientific studies on what you heard, then, you know, it might not be valid. So that's, yeah, I mean, that's a very advanced way to respond it, but just point to, like, I'm not a scientist, you know, Nuskin does all the science, it's all of the good, none of the bad, and there's clinical trials. If you want them, I can send you those PDFs, you know, and go online, and it's on the website, it's all public, so you can find that and send it to them.
Okay.
and I usually just
Thank you.
show, you know, when they have doubt in the products, I just show them Wang, or you know, your dad, or those people who has consumed our products for a long time, and the difference between New Skin people and the regular grandpa, right?
Yeah.
So
I mean,
that's
but
like
like the best way to just show, you know, like guaranteed is just clinical studies, you know, scientifically, because that's at the end of the day, when it comes to supplementation or medicines or anything like that, it's all about the clinicals, you know. So that's what is going to tell you what the product really does and whether it's good or not.
Okay.
You know.
yeah, okay. Thank you.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Yes. So, okay. Yes, we're a little bit over time, but does anybody else has any more question? Or yeah, that's it. Yes. Okay. But thank you all today, and then yeah, and then thank you Manny for answering the questions for her too. Yeah. So next week we haven't think of the topic yet, but yeah, we'll think of something, and then we'll let everybody know. Okay. Yes. So have a great weekend, everyone. Yeah.
Have a good
See you all
weekend. Great
next
questions,
time.
Maxi.
Yeah.
Yeah. If
Bye
anytime you have questions,
bye.
Thank you,
let me know. I
Manny.
can help you out.
She brought, if she has more time, she might have a whole list.
Yeah, okay, good. Yeah, and that helps me out too, because you know, when I teach, you also learn as well. Teaching is also part of the learning process. So yeah.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Okay, thank
All
you.
right. Have a good
Yes.
night.
Thank
Okay.
you.
See you all next time.